Okay, I think I'm live. Yes, I am live. So if you are, oh my God, this is kind of fun. If you are out there, sorry, I can't see my whole screen. Okay. So if you are out there, I can see a chat going on. And I am, obviously, it's the first time for me to do this or whatever, but I'm going to be here and I will answer questions live. I will see how this works and maybe we'll start doing more of these. I think that might be kind of cool. So you'll hear my dog. Going on. So anyway, so today I uploaded a video. I didn't give it a name for the formula, but I did a formula that is, I think, suitable for men and women. And let's see. Yeah, I had the Reseda body in there, which is kind of new for me. And I really enjoy the Reseda body. It's funny because it's delicate and powerful at the same time, and it is delicate. It's like hyacinth, lily, sweet pea kind of stuff, and I don't know, I really enjoy it. Laura Dillon is in the house. Oh my God. Literally, I wish she was here, but she's not. I wish you were here, Alora. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. This is fun. Oh my God. I see what you mean where time is probably gonna fly by and I'll be on here for a long time. And it is cool. I can actually easily view the responses. Like I see awesome, LOL, you are awesome. I see that visually perfect. So that's good for me because I want to be able to read the different things that you guys say, questions that you have, that kind of stuff. So that is perfect. I think the only thing I need to do is probably raise my computer a little bit because I see me from like here up and I can't see the rest of me like down here with this stuff. And obviously you can. I'm going to need to change that. So while there are not many people here, I'm going to run around and move that. I'm going to try to fix it now. So I will be able to see what I'm doing. And I'll remove this and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do that really quick. The screen is going to jump up and down, so I apologize. But it's just going to. I have to refix it. And then I'm good. Live streaming is going to be a new addiction for videos. I know. To me, Alora, it is more personal. When you were doing your first live stream, God, it was so exciting because I felt like I was there. Like I really enjoyed it because I really did. I felt like I was like right there with you. So even though the videos that we make are live and we put them on there, we see it later, but this live thing really, to me, is kind of cool. I like it. I don't mind it. I have done a number of stuff like on stage before, presenting some things and that kind of stuff. So I don't really mind it. And right now, if I evaluate myself, Although I'm a little short of breath because I'm a tiny bit nervous, I'm not really that nervous. I think I'm actually out of breath because I'm excited. So, really cool. So I think I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't think I need it. And this might be the only thing that I kind of need. I'm going to just put it to the side. That's so awesome. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. So the other thing, Alora, you already know this, but I'm going to just put it on here, is that, right, teach anyway. So the cool thing is, I know Alora's, you're on here, but I'm talking to some other people as well. But when Alora and Vivian put on their video, I didn't know that they had, I found out later what I was doing, hilarious at the exact same time, is my roommate. He is doing a really high-end masterclass on wine, and he is in his 3rd level. There's 5 levels. This tells you in level 5, there are 100 people in the US who are level 5 master level wine people. Now, it's not a sommelier class. That is a little bit different. This class is more of the soil and doing like in the winery and making the wine, growing the wine, that kind of stuff. So it's very, very different. And he's in his 3rd level. And he came down here and he was like, hey, I need you to make me a number of test strips with like, I did like 30 to 40 of them. I just don't remember how many, but I got like my chamomile and I put that on one of the test strips, and I kind of wrote it on one side, put a couple of drops here, and then made a whole bunch of them for him to test himself. And he brought them to class. And people were like, what in the world? How did you get this stuff? This is crazy. This is awesome. But what he got to do is he got to test himself. So I helped him where I just handed it to him where he couldn't see the word. And he had to smell it and tell me what it was and what he smelled and what he got from it to help him. Because obviously in this class, he has to do making, you have to know the region when you smell the wine. You have to know, there's a whole bunch of stuff you have to know, but you have to know not only the wine, of course, but the country, the region, all that kind of stuff. You need to know the acidity, and there's like, I think 4 or 5 different levels of acidity, and you have to know what acidity it is, and you have to pick up all these nuances, and this stuff is all the nuances that he has to learn and know. So I did a whole bunch of fruits. I did a whole bunch of stone fruits. I did a whole bunch of other types of things, exactly like coffee. Yes, you were, Alora, talking about coffee. And yes, just like coffee, there's so many nuances, chocolate. And hi, Patrick. Good to see you. I'm so glad you're joining. Yay, love to have you. If any of you guys, I see, sorry, I'm still sick. My throat kind of hurts a little bit. I see the number 6 up there by the people, so I'm assuming there's a total of 6 people watching right now. I just am going to assume that that's correct. So hello to all of you guys who are out there, and cool, that is correct. So if you have a question or Alora, you're hilarious. I wouldn't doubt if 1 million or 1 billion people were watching you, Alora, when you were doing yours. Hello, Seb. Good to have you here. Awesome. Cool. Nice. even if you just say hello and that's it, that just lets me know kind of that you're here. So that's awesome. Good to have you. So anyway, I made just tons of these things for him. And that is the same thing that you can do. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him test me with those different things as well. And when Vivian was guessing on some of hers when she was blindfolded and guessing, the ones that are the craziest are the ones that are like accords and have multiple materials in it, because you are smelling all those nuances, and that's really cool. That's really awesome. Yes, Seb, I do feel better. So I am definitely going uphill, and I feel like I'm almost there. I was really tired today, which I have been every single day, but I feel much better. Just still super tired for some reason. But Corey, I am feeling a little bit better. Glad to have you. Glad you're here. Um, this is very different. I have to just say, if I'm just like in the moment, which obviously I am in the moment, this is my first time doing this. And thank you for letting me know that you missed me. I appreciate it. Because literally for 4 weeks, I have just been blah, doing nothing but laying on the couch, being sick. So thank you so much. Now I'm having a hard time reading it. Ugh, so I'm going to have to wonder what I can do. If I can move it up or something. No, I can't. Okay. So Yolanda's in the house. Awesome. Good to have you, Yolanda. But anyway, going through the basically training your nose, and that's what it is. It's training your nose. When you make these and put the name on one side and not on the other, then you can put them all face down, and that's how I think I'm gonna have to do it, working with myself, because my roommate works a lot. He like 60 hours, that kind of stuff. So I don't really have access. He's not very accessible with that. But anyway, I do want to tell you guys one thing that I did. I wanted to make my own floral accord. And when I was thinking about it, I'm like, I wanted to make 3 different florals. So I'm going to just tell you the names of each one. I made my first one as I made a soft floral. And it really is lily of the valley, delicate, very soft. There's a lot of nuances to it. So in that soft, delicate way, it is complex, but I have another one called, and it's at the other end. There's kind of a low, middle, high. And the high is actually what I call complex floral. And it is a blend of a lot of white petal florals all together, but not just white petal. Because that, I have an accord called Rich White Floral Accord, and that is very heavy narcotic kind of. No, it's actually very heavy narcotic. This is different. This is still an overall blend of florals, but I wanted it to be very complex. So I really love it. It's beautiful. And then this one is a fine floral accord. You're like, fine floral? It is. It's like a refined, elegant floral, but not in the, like, it's not so much white petal. And It's very sophisticated. There's a bit of sweetness to it with sophistication and complexity to it as well. But what's amazing is exactly what I wanted to happen is that these are completely different. So different, yet they're all beautiful floral accords. And I don't know, I'm really proud of them. I really enjoy them. I really like them a lot. They're awesome. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because at first I was just going to just do a floral accord, and I decided I wanted to do a little something a little bit more. It's 2 o'clock there, like probably 2 a.m. there for you, I'm assuming. Patrick? Wow, 2 a.m. A bouquet. I think Alora, a bouquet, like a floral bouquet, that is what my soft floral is. I think if I was gonna call it a bouquet, it would be a floral bouquet, a soft floral bouquet. That would be the soft one that I really like. These are, good question. He's asking, are these at 100%? Yes. These are undiluted. These are at 100%, completely undiluted, because I don't know how I'm going to use them. Well, I kind of do. I make a foaming hand wash. I make, I put it in my shampoo. I put it in a linen and room spray. I use it, yeah, all kind of different ways. So it is all at 100%. Yes, these are not cut at all. They're just at 100%. Yeah. The other thing I have been working on that's so difficult, gosh, it's really crazy, is the Gardenia Accord. And I think I finally have a Gardenia Accord that I'm enjoying. And I made two, and they're a little different. This one's more of a sweet Gardenia Accord. And I'll tell you, that is what I think of when I think of gardenia, is a sweet, soft petal gardenia. And all the accords that I would find for gardenia are just sharp and not. It's the, I think, isoeugenol acetate that is super, super strong. And sorry, that's not the correct one. The Veticol acetate, Veticol being the word that is this really sharp. Yeah, it's very sharp, necessary because it is part of the gardenia, but it just always seems to be overdone. And so it's always super sharp instead of when you smell the magnolia flower in bloom. I mean, gardenia, the gardenia flower in bloom. It's really sweet, creamy, just really sweet and creamy and not so sharp. And so that's what made me want to do these, to make these. Because actually, when I first started, what I wanted was to be able to create my own gardenia. Because it's one of the when I was just not into this at all, when I would buy something, it would always be gardenia because it's my favorite. Because I say I'm from the South, but I I'm sure Gardenia is everywhere, but we had it in the South. So it's just one of those memory things for me. Yolanda, if you want to purchase a sample of the gardenias from me, my email is denverrocks@me.com. Like Denver's awesome. Denver rocks at me.com. And I'll just get in touch with you that way. And excuse me, because I don't have a like a purchasing site yet. So just contact me. There we go. Thank you. denverrocks@me.com. I appreciate it, Alora, for putting that down. Thank you. Yeah. And so anyway, I created both of these. And you are more than welcome, Yolanda. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Do any of you guys have any questions? If not, I'm just gonna, I think, talk about something else. So let's see. I love you, Laura. I think one thing I wanted to say that really worked out were two things when I made my tinctures. So a tincture is anything soaked in alcohol. If it's soaked in anything else, that is called an extract. So these tinctures, I have two of them. I think I've shared them on a video before. And one of them is blueberry and fruits accord. And it smells like blueberry. It smells so good. You can get a whole bunch of different dried fruits. And that's actually what I did here. And I soaked that in the perfumer's alcohol. And it was awesome. The other thing I did, and this is crazy, but this, I call it Maui Mango Accord. It has a pretty amazing, authentic mango aroma, and it's pretty strong. And you can even see the color is pretty right on. I took a mango tea. Swear to God, it had mango pieces, had pineapple pieces. What else did it have in it? It had safflowers. It had strawberry pieces, hibiscus pieces, marigold petals in there as well. Another name for marigold is tagetes, Tagette, Taget oil. That is another name for that is marigold flower petals. But I made that just with the perfumer's alcohol. And I'm telling you, it is beautiful. It's awesome. I did it on a test strip and did the dry down. Absolutely beautiful. It dries down to mango. And you can have a little bit of pineapple in the background, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's awesome. So it worked. It totally worked because it was just an experiment. I had no idea if it would truly work. So, and in fact, like over here, I have a whole bunch of other tinctures. Alora knows this. She and I have kind of talked about it. Thank you for sending your email. I appreciate it. I just got it. So I'll give you an example of something that did not work, and it is the apples. So I got apple peels from 5 different apples that have, I did research of the apple peels that have the most aroma, and I found all of those, and I peeled all of those and put them in a jar. And let me just get it really quick. It is this one. And you see it turns kind of a bland brown. Just kind of nothing. It just, yeah. There's no kind of apple, nothing to it. I'm going to throw it out. And it's one of those things where, oh, well, I tried and it just didn't work. So just wanted to give you an example of something that just did not work. And I will show you one other thing that I'm doing that I know it's crazy, but whatever. I did it anyway. So I've got some myrrh, powdered myrrh, and this is what it looks like. It has been, oh God, I've had it forever, since November. And I'll obviously filter it, but I've just kind of let it sit for a long time, and I've just kind of kept the test strip or whatever. But it is beautiful. It smells really good. Now, it's not going to be the same myrrh that you get that's going to be processed differently, because this is obviously just not even processed, but it's just been soaked in the perfumer's alcohol. But it's still really, really beautiful, and I love it. And I think because it's a resin, I'm doing frankincense and myrrh, both of them. And those are ones that I think are going to be 6 months to 9 months. And I'm going to err on the side of 9 months for it to be at its best. And my like the Acacia Flowers that was in the video that I uploaded today, that actually was like 2 months, and it was just amazing. 2 months and super strong. I I sent some of that, I think, to Alora and Angelica Root. I think those are the two. I sent some of that to Alora for her to just try. But that is just a couple of things I just kind of do on the side to see if any of it works. I am telling you, I am in love with my Acacia Flowers, and I am in love with my Angelica Root. Absolutely, absolutely love those two. The dry downs are beyond what I could have imagined. Beyond. And the Acacia Flower, it is almost 2 weeks on the test strip. Crazy. I had no idea it would do that, but it did. Okay, let me read some of these things. Oh, I gave her juniper and acacia. That's right. I did a juniper berry. I just got juniper berries and made some. The juniper berry, I think I did at least 2 months on that as well. Just FYI. And then Caleb is saying, something I've noticed with working with tinctures is that it is almost impossible to work with wet ingredients. Next time, try drying the skins. I've done this with lemon and mint. Smells amazing. Oh, good to know. Yeah, because most all of my other stuff has been dry that I've used. So that makes sense. It'd be, what I did do though, let me tell you, because I already threw it out because it just did not work, is I got freeze-dried blueberries, freeze-dried, not dried, but freeze-dried blueberries, and I did a tincture with that. Beautiful color and zero aroma. Like, I let it sit for months. It just did nothing, but it was obviously very, very dry. But it's just like that, like things like that. I just try because I don't know, maybe it would have turned out amazing, but it didn't. But there's some other things that I've done that have turned out amazing and it makes it worth it. So just try some of these things on your own. But I need to do lemon. I do. I need to get some lemon, organic lemon, and dry the peels and make some with that for sure. My dog is going crazy. I knew it would happen live, but I need to let him outside really quick. Oh, so sorry. I'll be right back. Of course. Okay, sorry. That's really bad that I'm doing live and I had to leave from the screen. Sorry. Have I tried an oil? Like to, I'm not sure what you mean. Like, have I tried an oil? Can you give me a little bit more of a question with that? What do you, I'm not sure what you mean with that. So I would definitely try the mango. It was a mango tea. It was crazy. It was one of those teas that's just all dried fruits. And that's what I did. That's what I used. I was like, whatever, it's not that expensive. I'll just try it. And it worked. Oh my God. I use it a lot in my formulas. I really, really love it because the dry down is beautiful. Alora's saying it needs to be a fatty oil to pull out the essential oils. Then it can be separated using alcohol. That's my homework with that process. And then Corey says, I've been sampling with tincture. So far, I tried black cardamom, castoreum, and seaweed, all smell decent. I've done 2 seaweeds and they don't. I don't know. I don't get it. Beautiful smoky and minty note. So are you saying that you tried each of those separately, Corey? Or did you try, are those 3 different ones that you did? I have 2 different seaweeds that I did, and they are still in the jars, and they're a little strong. Yes, 3 different ones. Okay. Alora, what are you laughing at? I can't. I'm gonna next time. I know I need to lift my computer needs to go a little bit higher so I can read the bottom part because now it's getting to where I just can't read them, and I need to find something different to put my computer on. So again, it's my first time doing this and definitely learning it, and I'm loving this. This is awesome. The other thing I think with my eye contact, I think, does it look like right now that I'm looking at you, or is this me looking at you? Because I'm looking at the pinhole now. So it's either this or this. Which one is better? Pinhole. So I need to look here from now on. Okay. That's really good to know because I want to look at you like I'm looking at you. So I appreciate that feedback. Awesome. Cool. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate it. And all the others who are giving me feedback. I appreciate that so much. Cool. It feels really good to be back with you guys. And now I feel like I'm like really back with you. Like I'm just getting feedback and hearing from you immediately. And I really love it. I really like this a lot. It's pretty awesome for me. Camera 1 or camera 2? I only have one camera, but what I'm doing when I'm looking down here is I'm looking at myself, at the picture at myself. But here I am looking at the pinhole camera. So that's the difference. Let's see. I am gonna go on a little bit of a tangent, but this is going to let you know a little bit more about me. I think I want to do that just because. So, Alora and I are crazy alike. It's so funny how many things we are so interested in and the same. So, and Alora, I hope I'm not giving too much away about you or whatever. Oh, now I'm freaked out. I'm sure you don't care though with this part, but like I'm a massage therapist, a trained massage therapist, and so is Alora. I'll just say we have a lot of similar interests. May not be the same, but with massage therapy, we were both trained in massage therapy. And twins, yeah. I should build an accord, but I want to do this first. So, because I just want to tell you a little bit about me so you can get to know me just a little bit better. So one of the things that I'm pretty interested in is that's aside from this stuff, but has to do with this stuff. It just does to me. I'm an aromatherapist as well. So is Alora. And but the other thing that really is a piece of my heart is grief therapy. And well, I'll give you another piece. So I am a therapist. I am a marriage and family therapist. I have my master's. I have 2 undergrad degrees and I have 2 master's degrees. And one of my masters is in marriage and family therapy. But there's something about grief therapy. And to me, aromatherapy can help with that process. That's a tangent, but it can. And I love aroma for that reason, one of those reasons. But with grief, the thing to me about that is that we have to speak for America. We in America are really bad about speaking about grief and teaching our kids about grief and allowing people to grieve how they want to grieve. Because in America, a lot of times we want to put people in a box and there's a certain time frame for people to grieve and that kind of stuff. And that's just not how it is. Grief is not, there's not an ending point to grief. It is a continual thing. It is a thing of how to live in the new grief, in this, it's changing the way you live. It's that is more a healthy way of grieving, and there's no end point to it. It just doesn't end. Nothing's going to be the same again. So I'm going into all this counseling and grief stuff, but it's just very, very important that we learn how to speak to people and how to interact with people who are going through grief, because we can easily say some terrible things and we need to move on from that and learn how to be loving and respectful and honoring those people in their grief process. So anyway, that's just a big part of my heart. We got some new people in the house. Hello, Sofia. Good to have you. Good to have you. So glad you're here. Yay. Sofia is from France. She is joining us from France. Awesome. It is a continual process for sure, Alora. It just is. Wyoming Park. What? Ah! I'm so glad you're here. Oh my God. Yay. So Corey is saying, can you please do a video explaining the difference between accent, blender, modifier notes? Also, what type of aroma, chemical, and naturals are examples of each? What type of, aroma, chemical, and natural examples of the accent, blenders, and modifiers. I think that's what you're saying. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Wyoming Park, love you too. Marie. There we go. That's right, Marie. Awesome. Okay. And Corey is saying, yes, I interpreted that correctly with the differences with the accent, the blenders, and modifiers. That's actually a really good question. That is deep. That is getting in there pretty deep. That's awesome. Yeah, good night, Patrick. Patrick, I keep forgetting, looking at your screen name, that your name is Patrick. Marie, oh my God, I'm so glad you're joining. That's so awesome. And I forgot, excuse me, Marie, if you're just joining, I'm still a little bit under the weather, but I'm way better than I have been, for sure. Way, way better than I have been. But in fact, this whole, I'm going back to what I was talking about earlier, this whole thing on grief, it's so huge. It's so important to me that I am thinking about making either a YouTube channel or a podcast on it. There's just a lot of nuances about it, and people just don't think about it. I'll give you one quick example of what I'm talking about. So people who are in an immediate grief, going to the grocery store is a huge, fat, hairy deal. It's a huge deal. Why? Well, because think about it. Let's just say that a person lost their spouse. Well, when they go to the grocery store, they no longer have to get the ice cream that their husband loved. They no longer have to get those different items that the person loved and liked, and they're the only ones that would eat it or consume it. And so a lot of times, that's one. Number two, seeing people in the grocery store. Oh my God, how are you doing? How are you really doing? Oh my God, you just want to punch the person. Because it's so much, they don't have the energy sometimes to go through all of that. So sometimes carts are filled up and they're left there and people just leave because it's too much for them to handle, even going to the grocery store. So they'll go 45 minutes out of their way to a grocery store where they don't know anybody. So they'll be left alone. It's just, things are difficult like that sometimes. And when we're not in grief like that, or if we've not gone through something like that and not been taught, it's hard for us to think about things like that for the grieving person. So anyway, but aromatherapy, all the linalool can be really helpful in this department. with those people. And those are one of those things, don't even just ask, just make them something and just give it to them. Leave it on their porch. Don't even ring the doorbell. Leave it on their porch or mail it to them and be done with it. And that is how they want it. That's awesome. That's why I know I'm so going into it, but it's really important. That's why now when you can get those meals sent to your home and people don't have to go to the grocery store, I'm telling you, that is for the grieving people. A lot of them use that so they don't have to go to the grocery store. I am going off on a tangent. I know. You were at work. Oh, cool. Marie, you're still at work. I'm so glad you are getting to see this though. Oh, you're so awesome. Yay. That's so awesome. So anyway, if I were to make an accord, I kind of feel like you, Alora, like today where you were like, what did I do? I did not expect to be doing this today either at all. I didn't. But this is just, I don't know, this is really exciting. It's really awesome and hilarious. My dog is starting to drink water and we know what happens after that. Oh my gosh. Maybe right now, I'm going to grab just a material. And one of the materials that I have not ever gone over that I really, really enjoy. I think that's what I want to do right now. Okay. I don't think I've ever gone over this. So this is hoe wood. And it is a middle note. And it is incredibly high in linalool. So what's funny is this does not smell like a wood. Like it smells like a very, very soft, new wood, but not sharp at all. Like not sharp. You definitely could. I think, Alora, you said this today. I get confused with our conversations, but we were talking about lavender, and because of the linalool, it's so high in linalool, and so is the lavender, that you can almost smell lavender in here. The association of the lavender, because if you just get pure linalool and you smell it, like Alora did the other day, it smells just like lavender. Oh, on your blind test. That's where that was from. And this is just, this is a 1 ounce, and I am down to here. I'm telling you, I really, really enjoy this. It reminds me a little bit of the cedarwood atlas in the fact that it's a wood, but it's not like a sharp wood. It's very rounded and soft, and but knowing a lot, very, very high in linalool, meaning it's very relaxing. So I put this in my diffuser and use this for aromatherapy. And in some of my formulas that are just pure aromatherapy formulas, because I have some of those, this is one of those that are in there. So I have a formula in my Pisces. I am a, what do you call it? Taurus. I'm a Taurus. A water sign? I don't know. I don't know, like the water sign or whatever that. And then Sofia saying, or linalool. I think maybe you are. Yeah, Howood has a lot of linalool in it. I mean, a really high amount, like lavender does, like a super high amount. And if I remember correctly, I looked at the GSM report on this, and it was crazy. I remember, but it was 56% linalool. that is mighty high, and that's awesome. And that is why I use it in something where I want it to be relaxing. Oh, I love this. I really, really do love this stuff. It's really good. So the other thing you can do is when you're like, maybe you have two different places that have linalool, go in and read their reports and look to see which one, because batch to batch, it could be different. So if they get a new batch in, look and see, and you can see which one has the highest. And this one was plant therapy that had the highest linalool that I could find. And so I purchased this one because I wanted the one with the highest amount of linalool in it. Sorry, I'm still getting used to looking up at the camera. But I really, really love the hoe wood for its therapeutic properties. And then it just blends so beautifully with orange, with lavender. It's absolutely beautiful. Rosewood, same thing. So rosewood, Elora, you are correct. Rosewood, same exact thing. So my rosewood that I got kind of back in the day. Another name for that, I'm probably going to say it wrong, is like Bois de Rose. That's another name for rosewood, totally clear, and you can pick if you. I would say, this is lavender. It's not. It's the rosewood because it has such high amounts of linalool in it. So these smell incredibly similar, and I could put lavender right next to me, and they will smell so amazing. So this is where I'm gonna just get my lavender really quick because I'm gonna tell you something super important. Hold on. Okay, so this is where when you get really deep into doing your training the nose, perfect to put a drop of each of these on your separate. Sometimes I can't think because I'm still not feeling good, but on your separate these and do your train the nose. That is a train the nose, dude. That is awesome because they smell so similar, and you are going to train your nose to be able to pick it. That's the rosewood. Ooh, that's the hoe wood. Ooh, and that's the pure linalool or lavender. That is a beautiful and perfect way to train your nose. That's awesome. So I'm glad we're talking about that because that is like that's really training your nose. Oh my God, I need to serve customers. You are tripping me out, Marie. You are so cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm an earth sign, but I don't know what that means. Oh my God. It's No, it's not linalool acetate. So I'm going to grab my linalool acetate. So the linalool acetate, to me, is a little bit more floral, fruity. It's beautiful, but it's different. It's just different. It smells more floral, and to me, I get a tiny bit of fruit in there as well. And almost like there's a drop of bergamot in here. But yeah, you could do that as well. Add that to your, maybe do 5 or 6 and train your nose on those, like blind training. So write it on one side, turn it over, mix them up. Hopefully, if you have another person, you can do it that way. That'd be awesome. And then Alora's saying, Sophia, absolutely. The bergamot has high levels of ester linalool acetate, of the ester linalool acetate. Limonene is the highest chemical content in bergamot. So bergamot is mostly composed of the limonene. Oh, what's up? Oh my gosh. Ahmed is in the house. Oh my goodness. Awesome. So glad you are here. Wow, that's super awesome. So I hope I've given you a good way of training your nose. So you can just get some different things. Some other things that are, I think I went over a video of like things that have a little really high linalool. Orange essential oil is high in linalool. I don't have it in front of me, but there are a whole lot of things that are very high in linalool. But you can put them all together and train your nose with them. Awesome. I need to do that. I'm gonna just kind of put them aside and fix it and do that later. So I'm gonna pull it just because we're talking about it. The ethyl linalool. It's 12 hours on the test strip. It's a top note. This is more bergamot-like. It is floral. It is floral. This is one I think I'm going to put over here to do the training as well. To me, it'll be very easy to pick out the difference between these two, but it's still a linalool, and so I just want to train myself with it. I'm happy you're joining us too, Ahmed. Good, glad you are here. Yeah, so I obviously am just talking on here and seeing how this goes. And you guys let Alora and I know if this is something that you like, because obviously we're just testing this today. I didn't know, she didn't know she was going to be testing this, and I didn't know I was going to be testing this today. Really, we've never talked about it. So if you guys like this, what I'm sure she'll do and what I can do is kind of give you guys time, like ahead of time, like knowing at 6 o'clock Mountain Time or 6 o'clock Eastern Time, we are going to do a live session. So just let us know, and you can come prepared with some questions, and we will do our best to answer those questions live. Oh my God. A little intimidating, but whatever. If I don't know the answer, I will be the first to tell you I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'll just tell you if I don't know the answer. But, oh, thank you, Ahmed. Sofia, I agree with you. Live is exciting. Yeah, we will try to get some type of schedule. Caleb is like, yes, this is totally something that we like. Okay, because I have to speak for myself. I really like this. I do. I love it. I really do. I like it a whole lot. I'm gonna just tell you an accord that I made. I get really excited, so I do this kind of stuff. Whatever, it's me. It's who I am. A vanilla fig accord. Shut up. Oh my God. It is so good. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my God. It's beautiful. So I have to go. And this is why I put my numbers on here. I can't really see it. It's number 571. But it is, I don't know if it's coming out. if it's blurry or not when I put it up there. But it's a vanilla fig accord. I love vanilla and I love fig, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna make a vanilla fig accord. So I did. So let me look at it. 571 to see what all I put in here. Oh, I have many of these things. Oh my gosh, I love it. Here we go. Okay. Oh, Alora, you know what I used. Oh my god. The ISO Beautifan. Of course it's in here. Oh my god, I love it. And the only I used the fig accord in this formula. I put other things in there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different things, 10 different materials in this formula. The other one I'll tell you that I really, really like is, where is it? Come on. Oh, ethyl maltol. I put in here to give it some sweetness. Obviously, I use vanillin, and then prunella, because the prune and fig can kind of be similar. So I use the prunate, pyroprunate by Simrise. And it's like plum, raspberry, peach, that kind of a thing. So I use that as well. The other thing that I use, though, is I use one of my accords that I made, and holy bejesus, it's a superfruit accord. So all those superfruits, I made an accord. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And that is one of the materials that I used in here as well. And it is a big part of this vanilla fig accord. Prunella is another one. Pyroprunate and prunella, I use both of those. And then I use some lactone, some lactic stuff, some milky. What are you laughing at? I don't have that one, Alora. I know what you're talking about, the DITALAT, dialat. I don't have that. I want it, but I don't have that. I need to get it. You have, Corey says you have viewers from all over the world. Kudos to you, Dave. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys joining me. I really do. Thank you so much. It's really awesome. Ingredients. It's almost 2 in the morning in the UK. Seb says, oh my gosh, thank you for joining me. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome to have you guys here. It really is. And so right now I'm just going over my vanilla fig accord that I made. Yes, if you out there have the ditalat, which is a fig, use that. I just don't have it. So if I had it, I guarantee you it would be one of the main things I put in here. But I don't. But I have the prunella and I have the pyroprunate, or prunate, however you say that. And then I made a new vanilla accord. It's one of mine, and I use that as well. So that's another one. I have a whole huge section of stuff, and it's all my accords that I've created myself. So those sometimes get used. The other thing, I have talked a million times about this, and I am telling you, I love it. I love it. is the linalool cinnamate. Linalool cinnamate. And even though it's a linalool, I'm telling you, it's very interesting because doesn't smell like linalool to me at all and doesn't smell like cinnamon. So that's important for you guys to hear. It doesn't. It almost smells like nothing. It's so light, but I'm telling you, to me, this is a worker and a blender. It gives sweetness. If you want to incorporate a sweetness into your formula that is not like candy sweetness, this is what you want to use. I love it. So I used this in my vanilla fig accord to give it some sweetness to that fig, to that prunella, and the polyprunette. So that's why I use the linalool cinnamate, because it's a blender, so it brings cohesiveness, it gives it sweetness, and it's a fixative. That's awesome. I mean, it's just such a workhorse to me. So you are not buying this for, oh, it's beautiful aroma. Absolutely not. It's almost non-existent. There's a little bit there. It's a little bit floral, a tiny bit fruity, but it doesn't have much aroma. It just does those three things. It is a workhorse. To me, it is an essential. It is an essential. It is. It's an essential to me, because there's so many times where I want a little bit of sweetness and I'm not wanting to use the ethyl maltol, which is like the candy sweet. There's times you want to use that, but there's times that you don't. Jasmine, good to see you as well. Thank you for joining us. Peace to you as well. Seb says, is there a substance that smells of real freesia? The only one that I have found, and it's only one, I have to go grab it really quick. Give me just 1 second, Seb. And I'm not sure if you already have this and you don't like it or whatever, or maybe you may not know about it. But for me, the only one that I know of is called Freesia Florif by IFF. The Freesia, and the second word is FLEURIFF. So Florif. Freesia Florif. It's 40 hours. And to me, it super fresh, it's beautiful to me. And it is the only one that I know of that is really closest to the actual Freesia. So, I'm so sorry for coughing. I, hope maybe that you don't have this, because if you do have it and you're thinking that it doesn't smell like freesia, I don't know what to tell you. But I love this and I like it, and to me, that's the one to use. It's your favorite flower, Seb? Awesome. That's awesome. Really cool. Yeah, I'm glad you wrote that down, because if you don't have it, ooh, you're going to be so happy when you get this bottle in your hands. It's beautiful. It's really nice. And I'll tell you, if it's not, I'm going to connect something. If it is not, it's not sweet. It's just like a fresh flower. But if you want to give it a tiny bit more sweetness, not candy sweet, but sweetness, add a tiny bit of your linalool cinnamate to this. And I can almost guarantee you it will make this last even longer, your aroma, and it will give it a tad sweetness. And I would say if you were going to mix a little bit, let's say in a small vial like this, I would probably put just maybe 5% to 8% of your linalool cinnamate to your freesia. Just an idea, I'm just saying. But if you wanted to make a little bit, or just in your formula, when you're making a formula and you have your freesia in there, add a drop or two of your linalool cinnamate in that freesia formula, and it will do wonders. It will, absolutely. I use the linalool cinnamate in a lot of different types of formulas. So I don't have one type of formula. Like I put it in my florals, but I put it in my balsamic, not balsam, which you can put it in the balsam, but in the balsamic as well, which is like cinnamate aldehyde, some of your other cinnamates that are kind of balsamic in aroma. The linalool cinnamate, it does wonders. Oh, it makes it amazing. It makes it awesome. So I hope that was helpful, Seb. Oh, you're a newbie. Okay. Nice. Great. Glad to have you. I don't know how much of a newbie you are, but I'm so glad you're here because Alora and I we have a lot of videos for you to go through, and awesome, they all have titles, so you'll pretty much know what they're going to be about, and you can go through and at your leisure and just pick out some videos that you want to learn on. And if you go kind of back to the beginning of our stuff, well, wait a minute, this is easier. So I've created some like folders, and in one folder, it's just all the videos are basics. I have another folder, all of them are just naturals. I have another folder, all of those are from like the Creating Perfume Basics kit. I have another folder, and it is just different things like that. So you could go into a basics folder and just watch all the basics of perfumery, basics of fragrance, and that kind of stuff. And maybe that can be helpful for you. And Sofia says, what is your favorite perfume? That is actually, for me, a funny question, because I really don't go to the mall and like buy perfume, and because I don't like them. And so I'm like, I want to make my own because I don't like what they have. I would tell you, they're almost all, I don't care. This is going to sound horrible, but there are many men's fragrances that if you gave them to me for free, I wouldn't wear them. I just don't like them. I just don't. They're not what I want. And so that is why I do this, is because I want to create my own. I want a fragrance that has tons of vanilla, that has tons of tobacco, that has leather in it. Like, and those three things, that's my favorite fragrance right there. And they're overdosed. They're super 20% or 25%. That's what I like. I have found, the only thing I'll say is I have found, because I wanted to smell some that other people made, so I went in and I smelled some of the Tom Ford, his higher end. I believe he has some like different tiers of fragrances, and he has a higher end for men. No, actually, they're men or women. They're unisex, and there are some like the tobacco, the heavier scented ones, but to me they're light. But and they're in a category of like really heavy, strong, and some of those I've liked. But I tend to I make my own stuff. I've always made my own everything. I've had my own line of organic body and spa care products for 15 years. I own Boulder Body Care. So I have my own line of body and spa care products that I've been doing for a while. Um, Okay, Seb, you just said, yeah, I've watched most of yours. Thank you so much, Seb. That makes me feel awesome. Love the vetiver when you're so excited, just listening and learning before I start. So thanks. Seb, swear to God, I have one thing on me and it's pure vetiver. I'm not even kidding you. I have pure, I didn't even dilute. It's a long story, but I was taking the cap off and some kind of, you know how it's super thick and it just kind of went everywhere. And I'm like, oh no. And I just put it all on me today. It's the only thing that I have on is vetiver, undiluted. Oh my God. I love it that much. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. That's so funny. So it doesn't exist yet. Tobacco vanilla. Yeah, the tobacco vanilla. I have a sample that I got of them. I got of that, and I do like it. And um, it's kind of funny because I have several tobacco vanilla formulas that I've done that I did before I stepped into a mall. I hadn't smelled, promise to God, had not smelled fragrances in more than 20 years. I mean, really, 20 or more years. Had not smelled any of them. And just never really wore cologne or a fragrance except for essential oils. And that's just what I made myself. So, um, the ones that I found that were similar to what I did was the Tom Ford higher end stuff. Um, and then Corey says creatingperfume.com has a gazillion sandalwood aroma chemicals. Yes. Um, my scent is I have a scent and it's called House of David is what I named the fragrance for myself, and it is vanilla, tobacco, and leather, and I just love those. Oh my God, the combination of those and sandalwood. Oh, love it. So sandalwood vanilla. Look at this. Boom. Sandalwood vanilla accord. Hello. Oh my God. That's and I could wear this by itself. It's so gorgeous. Oh God. It is sweet sandalwood with vanilla. Oh my God. Oh, I get so excited about this. You guys are seeing the real me. Oh my God. I love this stuff. It's really awesome. Sorry, I won't be doing this anymore next time because where I have my computer, I will be lifting it up and I'll have it fixed, but I can't read it right now, and I don't have anything yet to put my computer on. So forgive me for looking to see what you guys are saying. Which ones are the good ones? Corey, have you created a sandalwood accord and how did it turn out? I have another sandalwood accord. That's just a sandalwood accord. I love it. Love. It's my go-to. I absolutely love it. And if you were to ask me, Corey, which are the ones like the aroma chemicals, the sandalwood specifically from creating perfume that I love the most? Easy, because I put them all together. Javanol. Javanol, I am in love with. And what is funny is that when I say I'm in love with it, I love it. But what I really like is the combination of a few of them together even more because they have slight nuances. For example, Fursantal, Farsantol, so Fursantal. This is another really amazing one. But you put these two together and it's even better. And then Polysantal. To me, these ones that I'm telling you now, there are a lot of them, but the ones I'm telling you now, my opinion, oh my God, you gotta have. And then blending them all together or putting a drop of each in the formula will make your sandalwood be even better and be exalted and wonderful. Another one is so the Dardanol, it's interesting. They just have all different nuances. The Dardanol is going to give body. It's going to give a little bit more body to your sandalwoods. And it is a sandalwood, but it's just going to give a little more body to it. And there's, hold on, I'm still with you. Another two that I always use together is Sandella and Sandoxol. I don't know why, but I always use them together. So I will tell you the Sandella, this is important. The Sandella really takes a while to develop. So if you put it in a formula, give that formula a month or two, please. Because when you put it in your formula and you smell it right then, this one takes time to develop. And it is incredibly, incredibly thick. Really, really thick. But it just takes time for it to develop. And I love it. I really, really love it a lot. Did I get my good one? Javanol. And I know the Javanol is kind of expensive. All the sandalwoods are, not all of them, but some of the sandalwoods are expensive. But the Javanol's worth it. It is. And again, you said you're new, so I'm going to just tell you, a lot of times when you get a sandalwood and you open it, you're going to be like, I don't smell anything. The reason is these molecules are so big, fat, and heavy. It's kind of funny, but they're so big, fat, and heavy, they can't go up your nose and get into the bulb inside of your brain to be able to smell. Lighter molecules can go up in easily and your body detects it. You can smell it. But with a lot of sandalwoods, it's very hard because the molecules are so big, fat, and basically heavy. So that's just important to know about sandalwood. But these are my favorite, and yeah, these are my favorite. Yes, Sofia, sandalwoods are very sensual. They are, for sure. They're beautiful. And then Jasmine says, I love patchouli and vanilla alone. Hello, that's beautiful. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Jasmine, for sure. Maria, I'm sorry you're missing all of this, but guess what? I think we found a way to be able to, these are being recorded and they'll be posted. So just like the other videos that I, record and post, it worked for Alora. So I'm assuming it's going to work for me. So I will be, even though it's my first time doing this, whatever, I'm going to post it anyway, because there's a lot of information and I want you guys to have that information. So, Alora, thank you so much for writing those down. I really appreciate it. For all the other viewers, thank you so much. Again, I'm going to just repeat it. The Javanol, the Furstental from Firmenich, Dartanol, Firmenich, Polysantal, Firmenich, and Sandoxol, which is Sandal Mysore, and then Sandella. Seb, I am so glad you learned so much, because really that is why Alora and I do this. Like, I think both of us are really natural teachers and we love to do this. And I hope that you see our heart and see our genuine love of not only fragrance, but teaching and helping you guys learn. Marie is saying that she's trying to buy some Mysore sandalwood from India. Whoa, awesome. That's really cool. Trying to read, sorry. I don't think you missed any, Alora. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, Corey, I have to read this. Corey says, I've learned more in 1 hour than in months of research on basenotes.com. Corey, oh, that's so awesome. Well, I am so glad to be here, and I know Laura is glad to be here as well. Like, it's really awesome. All I know is when I started this, this is what I needed. I needed some resources to be able to learn this stuff. And I found one on the internet, looking everywhere, like websites, whatever, and YouTube, and that was Drop by Drop, Laura Dillon and Vivian. And I started watching them, and I was watching some other things, but I'm like, the other stuff just does not make sense. I'm like, that just is not logical. That's not accurate. It just doesn't seem correct. And moved to only watching Drop by Drop. And when you type that in, just type in Alora Dillon to find that. I'm sure all of you who are on here watching know how to find that, but in case you don't. But this is the kind of stuff that I wanted and needed, because this is the kind of stuff that helps me. So that's why I want to do this kind of stuff, is because that's how I learn. So I'm happy to put that stuff out here. Yeah, so anyway, I think I'm at an hour and a half. Holy Moses. So I think I'm going to give my voice a rest, because I already did a 20-minute video that got posted today. So if you've not seen that video, check out that video. It is a woody floral formula that I created today, that I gave you the drops, the numbers, and all that kind of stuff, and kind of explained why I used what I used. And so all I know is I talked to Alora after she did hers, and we're both excited about doing this live thing. So she and I'll be talking again, and we we will both be doing this for sure because I like it, and I'm just getting immediate feedback and questions from you. So that's really helpful because I can talk about what you have questions about. So we will definitely um, do this. Please do those on the live feed. Um, are you saying make formulas on the live feed? I assume that's what you're saying, Alora. The formula blending. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I will. The only thing I think I'll do is maybe get a number of, I don't know, maybe I can even see who all is watching live and say, what kind of formula do you want me to make? And start picking out the stuff and make it on the fly like that based off what maybe most people in the feed want me to create. I can do that. And then I can also just have some ready and make a formula, but I can also make a formula with what you guys are wanting me to create because I can do that. I don't care. I'm confident enough with this stuff that I can absolutely do that. You could tell me what kind of formula you want, and I will pull stuff. And so how I pull stuff, why I pull stuff, and I'll explain it. And um, we will create a formula together, and we'll see how it is and see if I need to add anything different. And then you'll have a formula. That's awesome, right? So that would be cool. Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much. This is Mountain Aromatics, Dave from Mountain Aromatics, coming to you live. And we will do this again. I appreciate you so much. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I will see you on the next live Mountain Aromatics. Have a good day. Yay. Now I got to figure out how to stop it. Really, I have no idea. There we go. Have a beautiful evening, guys.